And there we are. So thank you for coming out tonight. I am super excited about the next hour or so that we're going to spend together. I'll try to make it go a little bit faster since we've spent so much time already working out the technical glitches. So thank you for joining me. My name is Janet. I am the owner of Blue Dragonfly Energy Wellness Center. And I also have a Facebook group called the Soulful Schoolhouse. And I am an energy healer, a medium, and a spiritual mentor. And I am sort of on a mission to do two things. One, being to make your life as awesome as it can be to help you heal, to help you get through any sort of crappy stuff that's happened in your life and help you thrive and move beyond that so that you can shine your light and be not only the best you can be for yourself, but so that you can go out there and shine more light in the world, because the world needs more light. And the other part of my mission is to help people who are discovering their own gifts and talents and intuitive healing, mediumship, psychic, all of that kind of stuff. There's a lot of people right now who are discovering their own gifts and they're really not sure what to do with them. And I know when I was figuring out what was going on with me before the advent of the internet, it would have been so nice to have been able to have somebody out there that I could ask questions to and help me figure out what was going on and what all this weird stuff that I was feeling and experiencing, and just be able to explain it and to help me along my way. I eventually did find that, but not till I was older. Yeah, so that's my mission, is to sort of be the person that I never had for other people so that everybody can shine and thrive and be awesome. So tonight we are here to talk about having a shining, thriving, awesome year. And we're going to set some intentions, and then we're going to do a couple of guided meditations. Well, it's one, but we're going to do two things within the meditation. So we're going to find your word of the year. We're going to find your crystal of the year. And why are we doing that? Because we, as people, as humans on Earth, and as souls that are part of the universe, get to co-create our lives with the universe. But we have to tell the universe what we want. So that's where the intention setting part comes in. So we want to decide how this year is going to be. For a long time, I think I said this somewhere, I never did this. This is something that's relatively new for me, that I set intentions for the year, that I decide how my year is going to go. Because for a long time I didn't. I just sort of let life happen. And what happens when you let life happen is not always what you want to happen. And I just kind of found that I was being carried along, and there were a lot of things going on that I didn't choose and I didn't necessarily want. And life didn't end up going really the way that I wanted it to. And after sort of learning the hard way, I realized that I actually do get to have a say in what happens in my life. So part of that with the new year is a great way to do it. You can also do it with the new moon. You can do it every month, set new intentions for the month, which is an awesome time to do it. But the new year, I really like as an overview to be like, yes, this is how things are going to be. It's not set in stone. You can always change your mind, and as things progress throughout the year. But I just really like starting off the new year. So I've spent the first couple of weeks of January, I was kind of deep in feeling out mode, where I sat and figured out what I wanted my year to be and what I wanted to happen this year. And I spent a long time kind of incubating in the feeling of what I wanted this year to be. So we're going to do a little bit of that tonight, but much more condensed, and obviously not spend 2 weeks doing it. So what are intentions? Because if we're going to set them, you should know what they are. So intentions are like a plan. So a lot of people make New Year's resolutions, and resolutions are more like firm decisions, and intentions are more like a plan. So they're a little more general. So the difference being, so a resolution in January, New Year's resolution, you're going to be like, I'm going to lose 10 pounds, or I'm going to lose 100 pounds this year. You know, it's something that's very concrete, or I'm going to stop smoking, or I'm going to do something. They're usually very specific things. And there's usually not a plan to go with them. You're just like, I'm going to lose 50 pounds. I have no idea how I'm going to do that, but that's my resolution. And those, as we know, don't tend to stick. An intention is more of a plan. So instead of saying, I'm going to lose 50 pounds, you're going to say, I want to be fit and healthy. The byproduct of your intention may be that you lose 50 pounds or however many pounds, because by getting fit and healthy, it leads us to an end result. So intentions keep us focused on the journey rather than just blindly aiming for the destination. So that's what we are doing tonight. We are setting intentions for the foundation of what we want to be this year, how we want our year to be, how we want to be, what we want to accomplish, how we want to feel, all sorts of things. The only stipulation I'm going to make while we're doing this is that we focus on our personal lives. If you have a business, if you're a business owner, we're going to put sort of business things aside, and you can do this again on your own to set business intentions. But tonight, we're just going to be doing personal life intentions. So now's when you need your pen and paper, because what I would like you to do is to take a couple of minutes and brainstorm how you want to feel this year. So Danielle Laporte, if you're familiar with her, she works with something she calls core desired feelings, which is an amazing concept. And basically, you decide how you want to feel, and from there, you decide how you're going to get that way, how you're going to make those feelings happen. So we're going to do a little bit of that kind of work now. So I would like you to, like I said, brainstorm as many as you can. Aim for like 20 different feelings. So by feelings, it could be anything from something generic like happy, or it could be inspired, it could be focused, it could be creative, it could be excited, joyous. Obviously, we want to feel in good ways, so I'm not coming up with bad adjectives, but it could be really anything on the spectrum. It could be something like light, or it could be active. It could be musical. There's just so many things. So don't limit yourself by thinking of like emotions as such, but these are feelings. These are how we want to feel in this year. So go ahead and write down as many as you can, but like I said, try to aim for about 20, because we're going to narrow it down from there. So we want to start with a whole lot of them. And then when you're done, just say done in the chat box, and then I'll know. I'm also going to time us and give us about 3 minutes to do this. All right. Ooh, Jillian's quick. Awesome. We'll give you another minute and a bit. Awesome. It does help if you've already put a little bit of thought into it. The narrowing down process is going to be a little bit easier for you probably. All right. Another 30 seconds or so for Andrea and Holly and Sheila. Andrea's done. All right. So now you've got your whole ginormous list of all of the ways you want to feel, which is awesome. And you can keep this list with you. But we're not gonna, it's a little bit too much to focus on for today. Excuse me. So from your 20, I want you to pick your top 10. So cut your list in half and really tune in and decide. I mean, obviously what you've written down, they're all great desired feelings to have and you want to feel all the ways. But just some of them you're going to feel are a little more important, a little more urgent, a little more exciting than the other ones. So pick out your top 10. All right. Then I hope you're done. From your top 10, keep cutting down and get down to 5. And then when you're done, when you've gotten your top 5, let me know. And let me know what they are. If you would like to share. You don't have to, but if you would like to share your top 5, I'd love to see them. Okay, awesome. Jillian says, motivated, calm, healthy, organized, and creative. Awesome. Celeste says, balanced, light, healthy, calm, and creative. You guys are both healthy, calm, and creative. I see a theme. Awesome. So now that we have those are going to be sort of the basis of our intentions. So this is how we figure out what we want to set as an intention. Sheila says, healthy, fit, confident, creative, and calm. I love it. So since calm seems to be a thread, so we want to feel calm this year. So what intention can we set so that we are feeling calm all year, so we can because we don't, there needs to be a little bit of an action to the intention. So think of some things that will I'm not explaining myself very well. I'm suddenly like bloop. Intentions that will help you feel the desired feelings that you want. So oh, and Andrea says assertive, peaceful, healthy, energetic, and motivated. Okay, so healthy. I think you all said, everybody said healthy. So we want to be, you want to feel healthy. So what do you do to feel healthy? You want to be more active. You want to eat better. You want to really make self-care a priority. Things like that. So that's the direction we're kind of going in. If you want to feel more creative, you have to do things that spark your creativity. So you want to, your intention might be, rather than sort of a resolution would be to like sign up for art class, it might be more like make time every day for creativity. So make time to paint or write poetry or play the piano or whatever sort of creativity, make jewelry, whatever sort of creativity you want to. So something like that. If you want to feel, what else have you guys got there? If you want to feel more peaceful, how can we make that a reality in our lives? So we're taking the feelings that we want, and then we're sort of setting a plan of action that we're going to follow all year to make sure that we keep feeling the way that we want to feel. I hope that makes sense. So take a couple of minutes, and this is probably going to be something that you're going to need more than a couple of minutes to do, is to sit with your feelings and figure out what your plan of action is, and what inspired intentions you can set for your year. So does that make sense to everybody? So for me, one of my words this year is joyous. So there's so many different ways that I could feel joyous. So one of my intentions could be to, spend more time with friends and family. It could be like be more social. I'm a huge introvert, and there are a lot of days where I don't talk to anybody or leave the house. But that isn't very joyful. So one of my intentions is to be more social, to reach out more, to have a plan, to be with people, and because I do actually like being with people. And I love having people in my house. I love having a house full of guests overnight for the weekend, whatever, dinner parties, you name it. It almost never happens. So I'm going to make that more of an intention for me for this year so that I can feel more joy. And there's lots of different ways that I can feel joy in my life. So that's one of mine. So would anybody like to share one of their intentions if you managed to come up with one already? Andrea says, be more empowered with your family. That is awesome. And not always easy to do. So get back into yoga and meditation to feel calm. Perfect. So I like that. So we want to bring more yoga and meditation into our lives, but we're not like saying, I'm going to yoga 3 days a week from now on, right? We want to do it and focus on how we're getting there, not, and obviously we can make a plan to do that more specifically, but I love that we're just going to bring more yoga and meditation back into your life. Celeste says, to feel calm is a mantra. That is a quote from Eckhart Tolle. To tell myself, resist nothing. It calms me instantly. Oh, that's awesome. I haven't heard that one before. To remind yourself to be present in the moment. Perfect. So you could take that, your resist nothing, and write it down, make a nice, you could even like go crazy and make a poster or something, you know, write it down, make it look pretty, put stickers on it, you know, whatever, however crafty and creative you are, and put it somewhere where you can see it all the time. You put it on the fridge, put it on your bathroom mirror, just put it everywhere around the house. That's awesome. Okay, so I love these. So you guys are set, I hope, with your intention, or at least the direction to go in to help you set more intentions. It doesn't matter. You can have one intention for the year, or you can have a whole bunch of them. Just try not to overdo it, because if we have too many things that we're trying to accomplish, we spread ourselves a little too thin. So I'm going to say probably around 3 is a good number. If you feel like you want to do more, I mean, by all means, go for it and see what happens. But I find it's easier to really focus on a smaller number of them. So awesome. Setting intentions, we're going to move on from that. And the other things we're going to do is to find a word of the year and find a crystal of the year. So we have our intentions, which is great, but we don't always stick to the intentions. And sometimes we lose focus, and sometimes we forget about our intentions altogether. And that's what the word of the year and the crystal of the year are for. So they are our tools to sort of pull us back. When we lose focus, when we start wandering off on a tangent, when we sort of forget where we wanted to be going this year, we have these tools that pull us back into the moment to be centered and to be focused on where we said we want to be going. Because inevitably we will lose focus at some point and we will forget what we wanted to feel and how we wanted to get there. So it's always good to have these tools. So a lot of people choose word of the year. It's been a fairly popular thing for the last few years that I've seen, online. A lot of people talking about it and setting different words. And it's kind of like a theme for the year. It could be one of your core desired feelings. It could be something different. It could be somewhat related. But it's just a word, sort of an overarching idea that we want to have our whole year, everything that we do and all of our core desired feelings and everything is sort of under this umbrella of our word of the year. And for me, I thought up until about November, my word was going to be surrender, because that was sort of the direction that everything was going in. I'm like, oh yeah, I got this. It's like only November. I was like really excited that I already had my word chosen and it was only November. And then as we got closer to the New Year's, like, actually, I've kind of already done that. And that kind of ended up being my word for kind of the last quarter of last year. And I realized that I didn't really need to carry it over into the new year and that I needed a new word. So then I had to start from scratch all over again and come up with a new word, which I did. So my word for this year is inspire. And it kind of came out of nowhere. And I don't know how I came up with it. I had sort of a short list and it was not on the short list. And then one day it came to me and I was like, yes, that's my word. So sometimes the words just come to us, our word of the year, and sometimes we need to put a little more thought and time into it. And then the crystal of the year is not a very popular thing to do. I haven't seen anybody else mention it. But given that I love crystals so much, I really like having a crystal of the year. And that's kind of my go-to, so that it brings me back and reminds me of my word. It reminds me of my intentions. So it's something, and I like it because it's something that I can touch and carry with me. And it's much more of a physical reminder of my theme and my intentions and my feelings. So I really like it that way. So that's why we're doing that. So then you have a word, you have your intentions, you have a word, and then you also have a physical reminder of a crystal. So this is the part where we're going to do the guided meditation. So we're going to do the first part of the meditation. We're going to take you to find your word of the year. And then the second part of the meditation will help you find your crystal of the year. So you can also set an intention for your meditation for the crystal part, that maybe you will only choose from the crystals that you already own, and it has to be limited to those ones. Or it could be anything, and then you can just go out and buy it if you don't already own it. Then that part is totally up to you. Or just leave it up in the air and see what happens. So if you can make yourselves comfortable, we're assuming everybody's sitting in a chair right now. So just make sure that your feet are flat on the floor and your hands are resting comfortably in your lap. You can be palm up if you want to. You want to make sure that you're sitting mostly straight up, so that as if there's a string from the top of your head going down through your spine that sort of keeps you in line, so we're not too slouchy. And then you can just relax your head a little bit. You don't have to be looking up. You don't have to be pinned straight in your chair, but just be alert but relaxed with your feet flat on the floor. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath in and let it out. And just make sure that all the parts of you are relaxed. Your feet are relaxed. Your legs are relaxed. Your belly is relaxed. Your chest is relaxed. Your shoulders are relaxed. Your arms are relaxed. Your face is relaxed. And the top of your head is relaxed. You can feel the calm and the relaxation coming in the top of your head and spreading all the way down. Take a couple of deep breaths. Get rid of any tension you have left on the exhale. And then I want you to picture yourself in a meadow on a warm summer's day. Huge, huge meadow as far as you can see in any direction. And it's got long grass and wildflowers. The sun is shining. There are a few white puffy clouds in the sky. The temperature is just that perfect summer temperature. There's a little bit of a breeze. You can hear the birds chirping. There's some butterflies hopping around, landing on the flowers near you. There's some trees off in the distance, but where you are, it's just you. And take some time to really feel that. Feel the sun shining on your face. Feel the breeze blowing. It's calm and it's peaceful. And then let's lay down in the grass. The grass is green and fresh and soft. And we lay down and we look up at the sky. We can see the clouds floating by. We can see the birds and the butterflies. And we're just laying there thinking about how amazing life is and completely enjoying ourselves, feeling at peace, feeling calm, feeling at one with ourselves, really feeling connected to who we are. And as we lay there, it starts to get dark. And watch the sunset. And then the stars come out. All the clouds have gone, and it is a perfect, clear, starry night with so many stars. You've never seen so many stars. And you lay there looking up at the sky, feeling uniquely you, feeling who you are. And as you look up at the stars, you notice that they're starting to move. And you watch them. And you know this can't be true, but it is actually happening. The stars are moving. And the stars are forming a word in the sky. Take a minute and be patient and wait for your word to form, written in the night sky out of stars. And you know that this word is meant for you because it reflects the you that you are. This is your word, and it can't be for anybody else. And then, just as quickly as the word formed, the stars go back to the way that they were. But you've seen the word and you know that it was for you. And you put that word away in your heart and keep it with you to remember for later. And you've been laying in the grass for a while. And it's gotten a little bit cool. So you get up and start walking across the meadow, looking for shelter. And soon you come across a tree, great big giant oak tree. You didn't see it before, but now it's there. It wasn't too far away. And in this tree, in the trunk, there's a door. And you are looking for shelter, so you decide to go in. Open the door in the tree trunk and step inside. And there's a slide inside. There's not much room for anything else. So you sit down and you slide down. The slide winds around and goes down and down and down. It's dark inside, but that's okay. At the bottom of the slide, after you've traveled down and around, you land on soft earth. You get up and brush yourself off. And you see that you're in a big earthy room. And there's a light on the wall, a candle. Light the candle and look around. And in the middle of the room, you see a treasure chest. Take the candle in your hand and walk over to the treasure chest. And you're still feeling uniquely you, and you're still feeling calm and peaceful. And it's warmer inside here than it was outside. We're down deep, but the earth is keeping us warm. And you're sheltered, and you're feeling safe. So you're feeling a little bit curious about what's inside this treasure chest. So you walk over to it and lift up the lid. And inside, it's full of crystals. Crystals of every color of the rainbow. You see your favorite crystals, you see crystals you've never seen before. They're all in there, and they're all beautiful. And you can't resist. You want to take one for yourself to keep with you. So you reach your hand inside, and you are instantly drawn to the one crystal, the most beautiful crystal in the whole treasure chest. And as soon as you see it, you know that's the one. That's the one for me. It's mine. You take it and you put it in your pocket. You close the lid of the treasure chest. And put the candle back on the wall. And as you put the candle back, you see there's a door. You open the door with your crystal in your one hand and your word in your heart, and you step through the door. You are back in the meadow with the sun shining, the birds chirping, and the butterflies fluttering. And you have everything that you will need to make you the youest you for this year. Take a deep breath in and let it out. And when you're ready, you can come back. Wiggle your toes, wiggle your fingers, shake your head around, shake your shoulders, loosen up, open your eyes. And come back to where we are. And remember what your word is and what crystal you picked out of the treasure chest. And write it down if you need to. Or share with me if you'd like to. My crystal this year is an amethyst. And I have plenty of those to carry around with me as my reminders. And I hope nobody fell asleep while we were doing that. Rose quartz. Oh, love it. I love rose quartz. That's a great stone to get you through the year. Lots of love for you this year. And your word is love. They do go perfectly together. Acceptance and amethyst. Excellent. I like that. Acceptance can go a long way for not only accepting things that come to you, accepting other people. That's could be challenging depending on how you see it, but it's a good word. Same with love. Love and acceptance go very well together too. They're sort of the same thing. Truth and rose quartz. I like it. All right. So that brings us to the end of that. Memory and dragonstone. Wow. That's not one you get every day. Awesome. All right. So for anyone who wants to, I'm going to pull some cards in a few minutes. But before I do that, I just want to tell you guys about something new that I'm doing. And I wanted to give you guys dibs because it's a super awesome deal. So I said at the beginning, so I'm an energy healer, I am a medium, and I'm a mentor. So a spiritual mentor. So what that means is that I help people heal who are starting out. So either healing yourself or healing other people, exploring your gifts, growing, nurturing your gifts, that sort of thing. So mentoring is sort of a one-on-one thing. So if you have specific questions that you have, I can help you figure out what's going on and how to make your journey super awesome and help you along it and make your journey easier and faster. And so I have put together a new mentoring package that I haven't told anybody about yet. I'm not actually going public with it until Wednesday, and today is only Monday. So it's a spiritual mentorship package for beginning healers. And like I said, so healing yourself, healing other people, it doesn't matter. It's a month-long package. So you get 4 weeks of me via email. You get 3 one-on-one calls with me over Zoom, which hopefully I'll have figured out better than tonight. One-on-one is generally not a problem though. So 3 calls with me where we can talk about anything that you want. 2 energy healing sessions, so my sort of patented angel healing sessions, and 1 oracle card reading. So the normal price for that is $799, but the first 5 people are going to get it for $499. The next 5 people will get it for $599, and then it's going to the regular price. So if this is something that intrigues you even just a little bit, there's a whole lot more information, and I'm going to put the link here in the chat box. I can't talk and type at the same time. So it's there. So you can go and you can find all the details and then ask me questions about it later. But like I said, it's a new thing that I'm doing. It's a new package for mentoring, for one-on-one help with whatever it is that you're going through and trying to sort out in your life and heal. And I want to be there for you and help you figure that out and help you grow and help you be awesome and help you shine your light. And the energy healing sessions help you get rid of all of the gunk and all of the past stuff that's holding you back. And the card reading gives you insight into where you're going. So it's a little bit of everything. And we put it all together to help you be really awesome. So check that out if you would like to. But like I said, super awesome deal for the first 5 people that sign up. Slightly less awesome deal, but still awesome for the next 5. So the first 10 people get a really great price cut on that. So now I am going to stop the recording